Welcome to the Freelance Drive. Here we talk with skilled freelancers about their professional journey. Stay tuned for real-life experiences to learn and actionable steps to take to improve your freelancing career. My name is Yuri. I'm a community builder at Code Control and 9am.works. And my guest is David Leuliette, Freelance React Native Developer, who didn't open the freelancing world, but which opened to him a long time ago. A React Native teacher at Human Coders, an inventor entrepreneur, and an automation ambassador. So, welcome, David.
Thanks, Yuri. How is it going today? It's sunny in France.
It's sunny?
Yes. Come to France.
It's sunny here too. So I feel like we're sharing the same weather. And it's always amazing to talk to you. You know, I'm always learning something new from you. So the first question, how do you feel about time?
Yeah, this question is tough. So I feel nervous about time because during my studies, I wasted a lot of time following bad advices. Because at school, I don't know if there is something like this in Germany, but in France, there is like career advisors. And during you're like 13 years old and they say, oh, you should follow this path to go to the studies. But they advise you to work somewhere, but they never worked professionally. So it's frustrating because they advised me to repeat a school year twice because I didn't have the skills in biology. I was only interested by computer. And back in the day, it was not the same as today. So it's frustrating. And do you know what is your life in weeks? I will share this in the notes. So you can split your life in weeks. And if I click there, apparently I'm half or more or less half of my life. There is just the gigantic squares, one in red, one in white. And if I click there, I add my birth date and I've seen there is only, so normally you need to cross every square each week. Mm-hmm. And it forces you to do more things, ship stuff. Do you know what is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie? Wow, that's a good question. I'll go with the recent one. It was Puss in Boots 3.
Okay.
So for now,
because mine is Fight Club, and in Fight Club, Tyler Durden says this amazing quote: "This is your life, and it's ending 1 minute at a time." So
totally.
Yeah, that's my conception about time.
It's a little frustrating, you know, frankly speaking, but also it helps me to understand why you're so obsessed with automation. So, because, you know, when I just joined Code Control, I was like, okay, David, an automation master. I should definitely talk to him. I should definitely learn from him. So what was the first thing you've ever automated?
So to be honest, I don't really remember. But I think one of the first actionable thing you can do right now, it's using EFTTT and Twitter. So because normally, you know, every year when it's the end of the year, people say, okay, Happy New Year, blah, blah, blah. It's funny. And one time I connected EFTTT and Twitter, and each year I send this Happy New Year message. And over the year, people answer now. So the thing is, this message gonna be published forever until the end of EFTTT. And before it was connected.
Message?
No, it's the same message. For now, it's Happy New Year, all the best. Promise me this year your dreams are going to be real. Let's do this now.
And I feel like it gets a lot of likes and a lot of reshares.
Over the years, yes, more and more. Before, no, but I should change from time to time. I should create an automation to automatically change the message. But yeah.
And you should definitely improve it, you know, after knowing what you are doing with the automation. I know that it's but it's also about priorities. So how do you decide what exactly to automate?
So yeah, when I was doing my studies in computer science, I read this book, The Hacker Manifesto, about Eric Steven Raymond. And it's one guy working on the Linux kernel. And one of the sentence, I will definitely add the notes in the episode, because it's like a plain HTML website, like nothing fancy, just a website with no style at all. And the one sentence is, no problem should ever have to be solved twice. So that's how I approach automation. It depends. I don't automate everything all the time, but when I repeat myself, I create something in automation, because it's not fast enough for me. So, for example, I have people are working with me in my company, and so they need to do paycheck. And my accountant send me emails, and it's like, please, it's horrible. So I have like an automation. I wrote paycheck, yes, and this workflow open one website, another website, Dropbox, 3-4 different software. That way I can like click, drag and drop really, really fast, instead of, I need to open this website, connect and go there, and drive me crazy.
So do you automate everything that repeats at least twice?
Yes. Yeah, to be honest, yes. Yeah. I like writing my email. Like I don't write my email. I just write !DL and it's autocomplete my email. I use one tool for that. So it's like really like, because if you type your email all the time, it's taking forever. So
Yeah, but by the way, I also use some tool, but it's mostly for LinkedIn. I bet it's for email too, but it works basically the same. I put slash and then like slash ty, and it's like automate the thank you message.
Exactly. So I have this kind of tool, but at the system level, so I can use it everywhere.
Oh, cool!
It's not synchronized with It's not synchronized with my phone, unfortunately. Probably one day.
One day. By the way, if we're talking about tools, so what tools do you usually use to automate those stuff?
So yes, mainly when I do web stuff, it's Airtable, Zapier, and so Airtable is a software for like database, and all my data are there. So for people who doesn't know, it's like a Google Sheet on steroids. And you can add really, really basic stuff, like when someone complete a form, just send him an email, or when someone complete a form, just publish a message on Slack, or this kind of thing. When you need to go further, I use Zapier, to connect different APIs together. So, for example, when someone create a new entry on my Airtable form, I fetch the email, go through Zapier, send the email to MailChimp, and on MailChimp I can create a marketing campaign for nurturing and send a funnel of message and thing like that. And the one last tool you should start to use is Notion button. It's awesome. So for example, I have a backlog. I need to automate plenty of things. It's horrible. I created a button, and when you click on a button, it automatically adds the status on the backlog and with the bullet points. You should have a look at that. It's my last hot thing.
Yeah, I totally hear about Zapier and Notion, because I also use the same in our weekly meetings, because it also creates a new weekly and you just fill it out, and you don't have to do it all the same, copy paste. And do you use your programming skills to create some automation, to code some automation yourself?
Not really, because it's like a child. It needs attention. When you create code, you need to maintain the code, and you don't want that, because that's why I use Zapier all the time, because I don't need to maintain. There is a new API, they change, so you need to update something. No, I don't use that. So, but for my last thing, yes, I started to do some marketing automation with GitHub, Zapier, and ChatGPT, and it publishes automatically message on LinkedIn. And for that, I don't write code, I write prompts for ChatGPT. So it's kind of more or less the same, because the prompt at the end is like writing code. It's less complex.
Yeah.
But I need to not really maintain, but I try to avoid writing code.
It's really nice because, some kind of long time ago, I don't know, 10 years ago, I thought that you can automate something only if you have some programming skills. And my first automations was using this Visual Basic for application within Google Sheets.
Yeah,
so
it's the same.
I was working in the bank, and basically I had 2 days of reports, and I automated those reports. So while they were running, I was learning. And
Yeah,
I definitely didn't say my managers that I automated those things because they would add me more work, but I wanted to learn. And now you have a lot of great tools, and you can basically automate everything without even being a programmer.
Yes, yeah, of course. If people don't know where to start, they can start with Zapier to do really basic stuff. When you do this, publish that with Airtable automation or Notion automation. Depends what tools are you using. But there is a lot of stuff. Yeah, I think the main entry point is Zapier. When you understand how Zapier works, it unlocks you a lot of things. Or Make. There is make.com, I think. It's the same. There are plenty.
Yeah, and how much money do you spend on these tools monthly?
Oh, I don't know. I need to check. Yearly.
I feel like it's paid Zapier, and everything else is also paid, or
yeah, but I am sponsored by Zapier because I run a local meetup, and I just have the first plan. It's free. Because when I do meetups, I say, "Hi, Zapier, it's awesome. I'm part of the open source initiative, so use it." But it depends. So Notion start to scale quickly because yes, I have 3 people now with 2 interns in my company, so it's 500 a year for Notion and Notion AI. Zapier, I don't know. Airtable, it's 20 a month per user. So 300 euro per year for Airtable. Vimeo, Notion, MailChimp. I don't pay for MailChimp, not yet. I should. That's horrible. I don't recommend, but that's another story. And Cal.com. Cal.com, it's 200 per year to automate, not really automate, but scheduling.
I really believe it pays you off.
Yeah, of course, because come on, I don't have time to manage my calendar or thing like that. I just share a link and that's it. Do your work, follow the IKEA technique.
Is it something you can't automate yet?
Yes, as I was saying before, bureaucracy and paperwork.
Bureaucracy and paperwork.
It's like, yeah, because you need to at the end sign. The worst thing is with my company, I needed to send a stamp, a paper for, I don't know, something. I don't really remember. And so I printed. I don't have a printer at home, so I need to go somewhere in a small shop at the corner. Okay, no problem. I printed it. I send it. 3 weeks after, they send me a letter again, and they say, you didn't add your stamp, rejected. Drives me crazy. I'm going to buy a stamp. No, but so I went to that font, downloaded the font stamp, opened Figma, and paste this stamp on that. So it's like horrible. And laundry as well. If you have like a system, tell me, Yuri, all the community, tell me. You can hit me on Twitter if you have a system to half automate your laundry. I mean.
Okay, so basically automate everything professional, but you still have to work on bureaucracy and laundry. Got it. Yeah. Somebody have this, please share David a link or how to work with
how to create a system for, I don't know, something. They Come on, we have ChatGPT, AI, and things like that. There is a system.
We were at the movie with my wife, and
Mhm.
when the movie, we definitely bought popcorn and all the stuff, and we sat for 15 minutes to see all advertisements before movie started. And we definitely ate all our popcorn, and it was like, why don't they have automated system that you can just order popcorn from your seat and it's somehow added under the, like it just pops out of the floor and you
Yeah,
don't
but you
have
are
to go.
destroying, you are
And you know
destroying
what?
jobs. You
Can
need,
you
you need,
imagine?
you need
Can you
someone.
imagine what will happen if like it will be automated?
Yeah,
Like how much people will eat popcorn and how much it will increase their profits?
probably more. You need
I can't.
to,
I
you need
can't.
to say that to the popcorn industry.
What do you don't want to automate?
Um,
Intentionally, like you are
yeah,
intentionally
yes,
not
by
automating.
design, when I travel, I don't prepare anything because I love the randomness of meeting new people and different culture. So don't really have time for that. But before, when I was traveling a lot, um, I will just buy Only Planet book just to have a reference to know what is going on in this country.
Yeah,
And
just
that's
in
it.
case. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. To be honest, no, nothing. No, don't take. Yes, sometimes download the Google Maps offline because it helps. But no, nothing because it's way more fun to, from my perspective, when you are going somewhere and there is this reality versus expectation. You're having with like nothing. Oh, and
Yeah.
if you prepare ahead, no, it's not the same experience.
Yeah.
So yes, that and by design, when I do work or thing like that, I try to automate more or less everything I do because I can do more. So that's the secret.
Yeah. You know, David, I wish to have the sky as the limit, but time is the limit to our conversation. So the final question, what is your favorite food?
Favorite food. Je sais pas comment. Rôti Orloff. How do you say rôti Orloff?
I have no
Rôti
ideas.
or Orloff. I don't know. It's like meat with, yeah, people can translate. It's rôti Orloff. Because
Got
when
it.
people, it's like a kind of complicated meal to prepare. So when people ask you, what do you want? Rôti Orloff.
And then like, excuse me, what?
Yeah, exactly.
David, thank you so much for sharing your experience, and it's always a pleasure to hear and learn from you.
Thanks to you, Yuri. See you next time.
And thank you so much for listening. If you like the show, hit the like button or 5 stars and share it with your friend. That's it. We're done. See you in the next episode.